I like to acknowledge the fact that you're here during a very tumultuous time in LA.
Yeah.
Where the fires have impacted so many people.
Yeah.
Being a Californian.
Yeah, and I guess it's an Angelino.
An Angelino.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How has that been for it? Was any damage done or what with the LA fires?
By the grace of God, our house is still standing. But it was, literally in our backyard. We live, I don't want to say we live, but we lived very, very close to one of the fires that was literally not far from us at all and making its way, and we had to evacuate. And, it's that feeling when you drive away and you're like, oh, it could actually not be there when I get back. For real. And what I will say is watching people lose their homes and seeing how devastating it's been to everybody. That part of it has just been, it's devastating.
Right.
That's all I can say. But what I can say is sitting, in the car, like driving to my sister's house in the middle of the night, the feeling was, okay, I got my man, I got my dogs. And as I was like, Jay was like, pack, we gotta go right now. And I was like, thinking like, what do I get? Right. And as I looked around, I realized I don't need anything. I have him, the dogs are okay. My mom, my sister, my nephews are over there. My dad, is not in town. My little sister is in Orange County. My older brother, everyone's out the way. I don't need anything. I got us. We're okay. We're alive. Anything else that happens, we'll figure it out as long as we have our lives. And so it's a strange feeling, even coming on this tour to promote Harlem. I struggled. I was like, should I even leave home? Should I be going anywhere? Especially when other people weren't as fortunate to not lose their homes.
For sure.
But then my feeling was, we have to put something good in the world. We have to be able to have moments to be human and be reminded that we're alive and to laugh and to love. And then also we got to come together as a community.
Yeah.
And Los Angeles has really done that in a powerful, powerful way. And also when I think about the show, I think about what it's done for the community and that I've been allowed to take part in and be a part of. And I think about what it's done for the culture, and I just want people to have something to go back to.
Yeah.
And to be able to laugh and cry and to feel connected and know they're not alone.
Man, we're going to talk about Harlem in a second, but it just hit home for me. As you talk, where you're leaving with no sense of if that's going to be there when you get back.
Yeah.
And my heart goes out to every single person who was a part of it, but we see it from afar. Being in Atlanta on the East Coast, you can empathize because it doesn't hit until you see the visual.
Yeah.
You see the helicopter views, you see the airplane views, and you see how broad the fires were, and people lost memories. It hit home because as you was talking, I remember my girl saying, early on, there was a tornado that hit in Florida and it flooded her house.
Yeah.
And all the baby pictures, all like those things that people don't even think about when you go back to, that's home.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was talking to my little brother who lives here in Atlanta. And, him and his wife, Tiffany, my sister, they lost all their baby pictures and their son had passed. And so they lost it in Hurricane Katrina. And so when he hit me up to ask me if I was okay, I was like, are you okay? Because I know this has to be triggering.
It's triggering,
for you know?
For sure.
But what I will say is again, we are a resilient people. And, the beauty is that it has brought so many of us together. And I don't know that there's a lot more important things in life than remembering that we all have our individual purposes, but our collective purpose is to be there for each other.
Yeah.
And it's moments like this where we show up in ways that we didn't even know that others would, or we didn't even know that we would.
So. Right.